to our incredible, beloved listeners, you're at the end.
Yeah.
We are here. We are at the end of season 2, and we're going to talk about how you can go from being a listener to being an accomplisher. How can you take the next step in your journey of going from broke to woke? Find out now.
The quick story of Broke to Woke for everyone who might be interested. Britnie and I were texting via WhatsApp. Pretty sure you were at your house somewhere.
I was here.
You were here? Okay. You were here, texting on WhatsApp, and I had this random thought. Oh, I need to do a podcast with Britnie.
This is at midnight.
Yeah, super late. I was on a run. And I got this really cool idea. I need to do a podcast with Britnie. I've mentioned many times I had no idea that you had ever been asked to do a podcast before. It didn't even cross my mind. I was like,
request number 47.
There's zero. Why would she not want to do a podcast with me? So I mentioned, I was like, Britnie, we need to do this podcast. And here's why. I want to help people. You want to help people. We want to help people financially. But I think that your story's not out there as it should be. I was like, I want people to know your story, and I want women to know that they have a speaker that they can listen to, that they have someone that they can really trust in and confide in and be their leader and their voice for their tribe. Send. And Britnie was like, sounds good. That was the reply. I was like, oh, awesome. And then I go to sleep. I wake up, barrage of texts and ideas from Britnie. Awesome. We go back and forth. And then she's like, what's the name? And immediately, I mean, truly, first thing that popped in my head, Broke to Woke.
He gave me a second one, though.
What was it? Do you remember?
Some acorn thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Acorn to an oak tree.
Yes, that was the other one. So I was just throwing out some
He
ideas.
said, here's 2 options. There's acorn to an oak tree, or this, maybe Broke to Woke. And I was like, oh, that is it. Because that's so defining of who we were
Yeah.
to who we are in
Yes.
every sense. It's not just money, it's mindset, it's habits, it's relationships, it's all the things. And
Whole
then
life success.
who can you become? How can you become woke in all the areas to experience whole life success?
Yes. Yes.
That's what this podcast is about. It's our gift to the world.
Yeah, it is. And it's one that I truly am inspired by because I know how much time and energy and effort that you have put into this to create this, to make this happen. So I want to take a moment in this episode and say thank you, because the studio that we're in right now, it took a little bit of work to create.
It is lit.
It is lit. It is straight up fire bombs, right? The fire emojis on the text message device that you use. That is what this recording studio is. And
thank you.
You initially made it for this purpose.
I did.
Now, there'll be other...
just for us.
Yeah.
And now all these other people are going to use it.
Exactly. And there'll be other reasons and purposes and tools, but thank you for allowing me to be here and to do this, and the amount that I've learned in this season, and the amount that our listeners hopefully will learn, and the notes that they're going to take, and the impact they're going to be able to make, and the small, micro, magical mental moments that they can adjust and tweak. And I'm so excited about the future from here. And I heard there is insane demand for a 3rd season.
So far, that's been the feedback.
Yes.
You guys got to let us know, because we are so far getting flooded with text messages, and season 2 being even more impactful than season 1.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful for all of your feedback. And our expectation from you is that, again, our ceiling becomes your floor. I expect you to so quickly surpass as far as Jerremy and I have come, because hopefully you learned some from some of our lessons, mistakes, and hopefully you took the few tools that we've shared with you guys, all those tools that we shared with you, used them and then improved them, and then wrote us back and said, hey, have you thought about this? Have you added this? Reach back to us.
Yeah.
Pull us up to your level at the end of this.
Yeah, love that. And you might have mentioned, if you go back to the first season, the very last episode, we're going to be honest, guys. We had no idea there was going to be a second. We didn't know how to end it. We're just like, okay, cool, bye. You know?
Yay. it.
It wasn't a planned out thing. It was just, we wanted to get it done. It was a before any delays type of moment and type of action, because in essence, we knew that we both had stories that we wanted to tell. We knew that our true calling is to impact others, to enrich lives, to serve, to help, to maximize efficiencies, times, people, and to save lives. Mm-hmm. So we just had to get this done. We had to get it out there. And it was overwhelming. The love and the comments and the emails
I've
and
cried
the
multiple
posts.
times a week with just how impactful season 1 and 2 has been for people. So thank you all. We read your
Yes.
comments.
We do.
We understand that if our stories can make your life a little bit easier.
Yeah.
You know, when Jeremy sent me all those kind words, classically, I just was like, well, we'll get his story out, and if I have anything that I could possibly offer, then I'll share it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you guys would gain so much value from this. So thank you again very much for your feedback, guys.
It's been wonderful. It's been amazing. And we're going to land the plane better in this season than we did in the first season. So full disclosure, we're going to do everything in our power to have a third one, number one. And number two, we want you all to be with us in the interim.
Yes.
And in the future.
Yes.
And where can they go to be with us?
You guys, our whole goal with this, again, is to make you greater forces for good.
Yeah.
But how can we be greater forces for good together?
Yep.
So,
That's the question.
In the interim, you can come on trips with us. We have so many. I think we have 6 together in 2021. We've got 2022 planned, 2023. And then when you're listening to this in 2035, I pray Jerremy, Newsome, and I are still hosting trips and changing the world together. And you guys can find that list of trips on broketowoke.com. You can also find additional education on how to take what you've heard to the next level. You can find all those links for downloadable spreadsheets and all the tools that we talked about on that website. And our game and our book will also be hosted there.
Yes. Yep. That's going to be a big deal. And when we'll be hosted there, we'll see. Just keep going.
Surprise.
Go check out the website on a relatively frequent basis. Go see it. Go spend time downloading all the resources. Give us your contact information so we can sell it for $5. Just kidding, right?
No.
We will never do that. I've never sold an email.
I don't know how.
That's the most genuine. She is telling the truth.
I wasn't planning on doing it because I hate when people do it to me, but I don't
She's telling the truth. So don't worry about it, guys. We don't do that. We don't pirate people's information. Please just be a part of our tribe. Be a part of the community, because we want to spend time being with you physically, being with you online, being with you, which would be digitally. We want to grow your organizations. We want you to help us grow ours. We want to take your ideas and expand them. We want you to amplify your money. We want you to revolutionize your relationships. We want you to become a rich, wealthy person.
It's your responsibility.
Yes, because you're going to be able to help us so much when you are rich and wealthy and you have a freedom of time. You can assist us. We can assist you. There will be very little excuses, if any at all. Probably none. So that if we want to go and help someone and serve on the ground through Aerial Recovery Group and go on trips and organizations and volunteers and missions, are we allowed to do that, Britnie?
Absolutely. Sign up as a volunteer. And so we have merged ecosystems. I have a company, Jerremy has a company, and we found out we're better together.
Yeah.
And so if we can synergize with each other, and I add value to his group, he adds value to my group, we do it without any weirdness. And we want to do that with you. How can we add value to your organization? How can you add value to ours? Because if the underlying theme is to elevate humanity by gaining clarity on who we want to be, where we want to go, how we want to impact, then aligning our life in such a way that we can do it with power, we can do it with force, we can do it with love, and we can overcome any obstacle that tries to knock us out of the game. That's a life worth living.
Yes.
And saying the word power and force sounds so scary. No, we're not going to storm the Capitol. There's nothing like that happening. No. That's not the point. We're saying that you are not some weak, sad, little thing, a person that has a dream and never accomplished it. You died with those dreams.
No, I don't want that, please.
That's not your story.
Yeah. Now, I do not want that to be your story at all. I don't want that to be your eulogy. I'm sure as you've gone through this, you've written down something compelling and exciting and prolific and amazing and just awe-inspiring, incredible, outstanding. That's what we want. And we want to surround ourselves with people like that. So make sure to go to broketowoke.com, check out all the resources. Hopefully by this time, we've developed some education, some schools, some content, some courses, some classes, because one of my missions in life is to totally change and revolutionize the educational system in America, right? Start doing that with online schools, start doing that with charter schools, private schools, then public schools, cities, states, and then countries. And then once you do that, you can start expanding into different places once you have a system that works and you can replicate. Because I know personally, and I truly, truly feel that so many of the challenges that people face, that we all have, are and is based on education and the lack thereof. The lack of proper education, focused education, guided education, where people have a purpose and a direction and they know how to get there quickly, seamlessly, with few mistakes, because they have all of these mentors and guides and tips and tricks. That is what we're going to help you with Broke to Woke.
If you like what you've heard and you want to join a network of other Force for Good entrepreneurs to scale your income and your impact, go to broketowoke.com and join the G-Force Mastermind.